Hello, everybody! Woo woo!
What is that woo thing? Why do you
Excited.
do that? So goofy.
So just wanted to give everyone a quick warning that the second half of this video is me, you can say ranting, about oxybenzone. So if you wish not to hear it, then politely turn it off or go to the next video. Although, suit yourself, everybody's free, everybody can do whatever they want, so filter what goes in your ears as desired. I only try to help and spread the love, and I will leave it at that. Here is Fireplace Chatter.
Beautiful.
It's the FP Fireplace Chatter. We're recording.
Oh, perfect.
Yay!
Hey, friends.
We're just enjoying the fire here.
Mm-hmm. I've been loving the fires lately, for sure. It was like TV. It was like fire for a long time.
Fire was TV.
Fire was TV for a long time.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it's just like I feel good
Yeah.
when I'm near it.
Wouldn't it be great if
It like and like the hissing. It's like waves, like crashing.
yeah,
Just puts you to sleep.
it's soothing.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it be nice if we still had fires as our TV? And were able to appreciate
That's the thing.
just your average fire.
That's the thing, though. Would you rather go back to that compared to like the tech that we have now? Because you can't have one without the other. You can't have all this tech and not have TV.
Totally.
It just comes with the territory. So
Totally.
then what are you going back to?
You're not going back to anything. You're moving forward into a place where we have been able to leap over the phase where we're just all super self-absorbed and like techie and, you know, selfies, and
Yeah, but
are
it's
able
still-
to see how far that it's gotten and learn to reconnect and learn to appreciate
Yeah.
fires
No,
and
that's-
waves and the little things
It
again.
is true. It is true, but it can still connect you with so many other like people and situations and like news that we like never had before.
Yeah, and opens us up to all of the realities of the world that were always hidden.
I mean, I think it's for the best for sure.
Totally.
It's just how we're gonna use it.
Totally. Exactly.
But everyone just says like how like bad technology is. I think that's silly.
No. Technology's the best thing. Technology is the natural thing to happen.
What do
Just
you think
out
about
of-
what do you think about the like natural progression that as soon as we like hit that AI that is like smarter than us, then it hits this like I forget what point it is, but where that machine will be the last machine we'll ever need to make. It'll be like the last thing we'll ever need to make. Because at that point it like can replicate itself and like it like no longer like needs you. They were talking about how like that we're trying to like teach AI to have some of our values and to not let AI like have like all of just like what it sees as like negative things, because it's like a child. When you like bring a child up around all like chaos, it's just gonna be chaos. But like if you just like teaching a child, because that's what AI is essentially, it's just learning, machine learning. So like if it's just constantly showing negative stuff, it's gonna think we're all like just shitty people in that world, just like an inferior race, and we should be taken out.
Maybe we are.
No, of course we are.
But also, don't you think that humans aren't going to be the last ones to create the perfect machine that will be able to replicate itself and blah, 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 you know? Don't you think that the AI machines will create that?
Well, that's what we essentially.
Who are we to say what the perfect machine is?
We had to create that machine. You understand? If you create something to create something, you've still created that thing. You know, like if you have a child that builds like this huge structure, like you made that child. I mean, the child still did that though. So I guess like there's still like a sense of like you didn't really do it, but you like helped it. Yeah, I don't know. Like what you know, like, because like all the stuff that we're doing right now, we didn't like, machines were communicating with each other like gibberish. Like we didn't intend for that to happen. We didn't like program like them to like speak to each other, but they were speaking to each other.
They were or were not?
They were. You know, they unplugged it. They just turned the machine off when it was happening. But like these two computers were like communicating with each other gibberish. Like it was so like what the programmers thought. And like just got freaked out and just like shut it down. But like stuff like that, like.
And why was that happening? When?
I forget. We needed Jamie or someone to just look up, just to be on the horn. I don't remember when. But isn't that crazy? Do you think that this was like we were always meant to like to be like where we are?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, like you always think that we were meant to like create this technology and like I just don't get how like there's just so many people and now we're just like killing the world. Everyone's just like there's no idea what really large impacts are happening. I don't know all the things. I don't know how many hundreds of pounds of trash that I've like created through my life that ended up like at X, Y, or Z coast.
Back to technology though.
Running my car. Yeah, but
that's how you find things out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And like that's how you learn about things.
Yeah. But still, I mean, we weren't killing the world. I guess, yeah, once tech came. Because it's not like there was a super ton of people in even like 1800s, I feel like.
Yeah, well, that's also because we were able to, you know, like get places, and it was more because of like mobility and cars and blah blah blah. But
like hospitals and everything was better.
But
healthcare, I mean, it's all that stuff.
At the same time, you know, like you can isolate any incident and point anything to whatever and think that that was the cause, but you know, at the end of the day, everything leads up to the point where we are now, and everything that has happened, that is happening, and that will happen is all happening in accordance with how it's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
So
what is that called? That's
the Tao.
The Tao, not the Tao though. There's something else. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but yeah, it's just like the Tao. What is the other word? It's like the Tao. Do you know another word for it? Because I read it in a book the other day. It was, I can't remember.
Like away?
I don't remember what. I don't remember stuff. No. But it's just like how, yeah, everything happens, I guess, like for a reason, divinely.
Yeah. Like everything happens according to the Tao.
Mm-hmm.
Everything happens as it's supposed to happen, and everything, you know, it's totally not really up to you in a way, you know, and like we have.
But it's still up to you, and
well,
it's
no,
not.
no, yeah. That's
how do you,
that's why I said
how do
in
you
a way
say that,
because
though?
because
It's
there
up
was
to you, but it's not.
because that's why I was saying.
Like, it's not your choice that, like, your, like, son dies in a car accident, but, like,
That
it's
was
your choice.
supposed to happen to you.
I know, but it's pretty shitty to stomach something like that. That's, like, I'm lucky that I haven't been able to, I haven't had to go through it. That's all. I've been very lucky with, like, deaths like that.
But also, and I'm not saying that it's good at all, like in any way, but when something like that does happen to a family member, then, you know, or someone that you're close to,
Mm-hmm.
then that offers you an opportunity to get stronger. You know, when anything bad happens to you, it's always an opportunity for you to get stronger, and it's a life learning experience. And so while you may think that anything that is you may perceive as bad at the time,
Yeah.
later on in life you'll always see that it was good. Or if not good, it's just, is that so? It's just, it is.
That so?
Everything just is.
I know, I get it.
And at the end of the day, that's all that it is. It is.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
But what I'm saying is that if something that you perceive is bad happens to you, then that will form you and make you into the person that you are to become, which will be the person who you love being and will do great things, you know, and like that's the path of life that you were meant to be on.
Yeah, some of the most successful people have gone through like extreme tragedy.
It's rare that a successful person hasn't gone through hardship.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. So, moral of today is fire.
Is appreciate the little things in life, the natural,
and the simple,
including the polyps.
Oh yes, and the corals. Yep, Aliz has been working on a long and stressful but rewarding, what is it, magazine, article,
yes,
blog post, all the above.
So what was a paper 2 months ago, a research paper, turned into a magazine because I wanted to have a lot of visuals and make it very reader friendly and user friendly and where people can actually learn about it, because as I've been researching oxybenzone for 2 years now, and it has taken a lot of time, energy, and honestly steadfast devotion to make sense of this all, because it is complex, it is confusing, and it is a web. And thank you, if you ever see this, to Dr. Craig Downs, because you are a magnificent hero, and I love you and I thank you, and Senator Sparrow. yeah, so my life has been completely taken over by polyps and oxybenzone for the past 2 months, quite literally. And as you see, I start to talk about this and Alex flees because, yeah, because it's taken over his life as well. But he wouldn't have it any other way. Let's go find him. Oh, here. But we can show the people a little taste of what's going on here. So this became a magazine here. Yeah. But then it was like, oh, well, how do I publish this magazine? Craig Downs connects the dots. Take a look at them apples. Coming soon on savethecorals.club. But so yeah, it's been craziness, and it was a magazine, and then since it's like really difficult to publish a magazine online and have it be user-friendly as I originally intended, I have created savethecorals.club because it's a club. Yeah, see, literally, I made room here for the for more papers and stuff, but anywho, so it's a taste of my life. We have fun here. But so I'm so excited because I published my first blog post, is what it became. So what I'm doing is basically releasing the magazine I'm trying to do every day. And so it's just gonna be like one tiny little digestible part every day that tells a story that is a actual followable, interesting, oh hey, like I actually want to learn this, and like, oh, this is neat, this is interesting, like, I didn't think about this. Oh, okay, that's it, you know. But anyways, so it's not about me. It's about the corals. And oxybenzone, which, quick overview, it is a universal toxicant and endocrine disruptor and acts like estrogen. So people say that it's like the equivalent of putting a birth control patch on your child, let's say, if you spray them with a full body spray of sunscreen. And it gets everywhere. It's the most rapidly absorbed in the skin. It causes photocontact allergic reactions in a quarter of the people. So if you go outside and you have sunscreen on, and then it seems like when you have contact with the sun, you get like a sunburn-like allergic reaction, that's probably oxybenzone. And it is extremely, extremely, extremely devastating to corals, to the point where normally corals can recover after bleaching events, and with oxybenzone, they can't recover. So it's just a dead end, and it's done. And they support a quarter of all marine life, and they're resilient. They're crazy resilient. They were built to last. Like, it's really, really, really difficult to kill coral. And with oxybenzone, they die when they're exposed to even, or lethal to coral larvae, or shows dangerous effects at, technically. 62 parts per trillion, which is like this tiny, tiny little bit. And there's like 10 times as much in all these places in Hawaii. So that's why Hawaii has banned it, because it does that to corals and to everything else, including fish, and it induces feminization and infertility, and it skews the sex ratios where the birth ratio is, there's 4 times as many females as males. And all of this has been confusing scientists for decades, and we haven't been able to figure out what's been so detrimental to corals, and especially where there's localized extinctions of species like, you know, corals and sea urchins and lots of other things. And turns out it's oxybenzone, because it can't be filtered out through wastewater treatment plants, and it's bioaccumulated and biomagnified, and so it's freaking everywhere, from the Arctic to everywhere, like around the equator. And it accumulates near reefs, and mainly it's lipophilic, so it accumulates in your fatty tissues. And for humans, it's also really detrimental. It has been linked to Hirschsprung's disease in newborns.
Is this Fireplace Chatter? What is this? Shut it down.
Okay, so I'm shutting it down because...
Thank you so much for everybody listening.
Thank you so much for everybody listening who's listened to my short oxybenzone chatter, for the insane amount of knowledge that I have in my brain that I'm so excited to get out. But in a fun way, not as boring as this. I just wanted to give everyone like a quick overview of, hey, what's actually going on. And lovely Alex comes back to save the day and save you all of your ears after listening to this. Oh, but, so super quick, I didn't mention this, but oxybenzone is found in the majority of sunscreens, so that's why it's super relevant and bad. And so my website is savethecorals.club, because it's a club. And then you can just click on the Oxybenzone magazine and then click on Oxybenzone to read the full article.
Thanks. Love you guys. Really appreciate you listening.
So are we gonna finish it then?
I think so.
Okay.
Should we sign on?
I just didn't think we wanted to end it on that note.
Okay, well, I'm done. I love you guys.
All right, so we love all of you, and we are working hard always to keep everybody safe and happy and spread the love throughout the world, because we all have lots of love in our hearts, and we just want to share it and bring others love and joy, because that's what the world needs and wants and loves. Woo, 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 woo.
Live, and I got all this love to give. Save me.
So with that, my friends, we will bid you adieu, and we will see you on the next Fireplace Chatter! Woo woo! Which we'll record this week, right?
Sure.
Yes. All right, everyone. Have a great day. Woo woo! And a great week, and a great month, and a great year, because you're awesome. Love you all.